The police station was quiet that evening. The suspects sat nervously on wooden chairs. Inspector Musa called the first person into the interrogation room. It was Nene, King's mother. She walked in boldly, pretending to be calm. The inspector looked at her straight in the eye and asked, "Madam, your fingerprints were found on the poison bottle. How do you explain this?" Nene adjusted her wrapper and replied, "Officer, I am an innocent woman. I bought that juice myself and gave it to my son to drink in school. Why will I poison something I gave to my own child?" Inspector Musa leaned forward. "So if you gave it to your son, how did it end up in the hands of another student?" Nene shook her head quickly. "I did not know until now. My son must have given it out by himself. Maybe he liked the girl and wanted to impress her. That is children's behavior. But let me tell you, I cannot poison juice. My son is my only child. How can I try to kill him?" She raised her voice as tears gathered in her eyes. The inspector wrote down her statement carefully, without speaking. Nene continued, "In fact, officer, I suspect that the girl, Samantha, poisoned it herself. Maybe she wanted to harm my son, and later pretended to forget the juice. How can a child be so careless as to leave a drink under her desk? It is suspicious." Inspector Musa raised his hand. "Calm down, madam. We will hear from everyone before making conclusions." Nene nodded quickly, pretending to be calm, but in her heart she was relieved. She felt she had shifted suspicion away from herself. The police officer signaled her to leave the room and asked for King to enter. King walked into the room slowly. He was sweating, his hands trembling. Inspector Musa looked at him kindly and asked, "Young boy, your fingerprints were on the bottle. Did your mother give you the juice?" King swallowed hard and nodded. "Yes, sir. My mommy gave it to me to drink in school." The inspector leaned closer. "But why didn't you drink it?" King lowered his eyes. I didn't feel like drinking juice that day. So I gave it to Samantha. I thought she would like it." He paused, glancing at his mother through the glass window nervously. He was telling lies. The inspector frowned slightly. "So, you gave it to her freely?" King nodded quickly. "Yes, sir. I only wanted to be kind. I did not know anything was wrong with it." Inspector Musa wrote his words carefully. "All right," he said at last. "Go and sit down." King stood up shakily and left the room. He knew deep in his heart that his mother had lied, but he was too afraid to speak the truth. He chose to protect her. As he walked back to the waiting area, his chest felt heavy. He wished everything could just disappear. Next, Samantha was called in. She sat down, her hands shaking. Inspector Musa spoke gently. "Young girl, tell us what happened." Samantha looked down and said softly, "Sir, King gave me the juice during break." "Me the juice during break?" He said it was from his mother. "I thanked him, but I did not drink it because my mother already gave me juice from home. I only put it under my desk, hoping to take it home and show my mommy. But I forgot it in class when school closed. That was all. I never touched it again. I swear I did not poison it." Inspector Musa asked again, "So you are saying you never opened it?" Samantha shook her head quickly. "No, sir. I never opened it. I just wanted to carry it home. If I had opened it, I would have finished it, because I don't waste food." Tears rolled down her cheeks. "Sir, please believe me. I cannot harm my teacher. She was very kind to me." Inspector Musa watched her closely. He wrote down her words carefully. "All right, young girl. We will compare everyone's statements." Samantha wiped her tears and sat quietly. Her heart was beating loudly in her chest. Later, the police officers gathered with Inspector Musa to review the statements. They looked at the fingerprints and the timeline. If the boy's mother gave it to him, and the boy gave it to Samantha, Then the last person who had the chance to tamper with the bottle was Samantha, one officer suggested. Inspector Musa nodded slowly. It is true that no mother will poison her own child knowingly. The boy too had no reason to poison his own teacher. The only possible suspect left is the girl, Samantha. The officers agreed reluctantly, even though the evidence was weak. Inspector Musa came back to the waiting room and announced his decision. After reviewing the evidence, the police has decided that the main suspect is Samantha. She was the last person seen with the juice before the teacher drank it. Therefore, she will be kept in the juvenile detention center while the investigation continues. Samantha's mother screamed in shock. No. My daughter is innocent. She cannot kill her teacher. Inspector, please, don't do this. But the officer stood firm. Samantha looked at her mother with tears flowing down her eyes. Mommy, I did not do anything. Believe me. Two officers held Samantha gently and led her outside. Her mother ran after them, crying and begging, but they refused to release the girl. They opened the police van and asked Samantha to enter. She sat down quietly, trembling. Her mother stood outside the van, weeping uncontrollably. My daughter, God will fight for you. The truth will come out, she shouted as the van drove away. Samantha pressed her face against the window, watching her mother disappear from sight. Her young heart was broken. She had never felt so helpless before. That evening, Samantha was moved to the juvenile detention center and locked up. To be continued.